Hi, my name is Adelle Southall, and I help teachers build a profitable tutoring business using the skills they already have. Today's video is about why I quit teaching. I never thought I would create this video. When I started teaching in 2007, it was my dream job. I hadn't always dreamed about being a teacher, but people told me all along that that is what I should do. I love working with children. I love watching them grow, and I love being a mentor to them to help them to get better at reading, writing, and arithmetic, and also just at life. When you quit teaching, it feels like a rash decision. It's very scary. Most teachers go into teaching thinking they're going to do this till retirement. It's a job that most people don't leave. So before I resigned, it wasn't even on my radar. I spent my first 8 years switching around grades. I started in 5th grade, and that wasn't a good fit. So I moved to 3rd grade. I loved working with the special educators. I had a class full of special ed kids, and I loved it. But then the system got a little bit in the way. I was having kind of a back and forth with the supervisor of reading, and I just didn't agree with things. So it was better for me to leave that position. I didn't leave teaching yet. I moved to 2nd grade math, and I got to teach 2nd grade just math and science. But still, after 2 years of just teaching 2nd grade math and science, which was easy and I loved, there was still something not sitting right with me. So I decided, well, okay, I'm going to totally switch things up. I went from teaching in the classroom to becoming an ESL teacher. And not only did I go from the classroom to ESL, I also completely moved districts. So you can see through my past, I made a lot of changes before I started to come to the point where I wanted to quit. Now, I was teaching ESL for 5 years. I loved it. I loved my students. I loved my colleagues. So my last 2 years in teaching, I was finally in a school where I felt like I found like my teaching family. Well, fast forward to 2020 when COVID hit. And in the fall of 2020, I really started to have more of that mental block again. I was really honestly struggling with my mental health. So I started going to therapy. I started talking with my friends more about it and just really thinking like, why do I have to teach? Like, I don't know if I want to teach. The public eye was just so harsh on teachers. That was honestly something else that was really affecting my mental health. Being in the service industry, a lot of us want to serve and want to help others. And when we're viewed like constantly getting that negative feedback, and there's like the positive feedback is like down here and the negative feedback is up here, it's so hard. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, I never thought I was going to quit teaching. I thought I was going to be in this forever, even though it felt like I was in an abusive relationship with my district. Let's rewind just a little bit back to August 2020. In August 2020, I started tutoring online. I had one student that carried over from summer tutoring that I did with the district. His mom reached out and she really liked what I was able to do with him. So I started working with him. So I got my first student, and then I got another student, and then I got another student. And all of these students were coming from colleagues and friends, and I hadn't even advertised anything yet. I just told people that, I'm starting a tutoring business and this is what I want to do. After I got to about like 2 or 3 students, I thought, maybe I could really like make this a business, and this could be my exit from teaching. I was starting to think about this in August 2020. So I got some coaches and I got some training to build my confidence so that I knew I could do this, and to build my systems in the background so that I didn't feel all over the place. In February of 2021, I put in my resignation. I decided that I had my kind of end game. I had a boundary that I didn't want to go back into the building. And as soon as they called us back into the building, that was when I was going to resign. So I resigned in February of 2020. And the very next week, I got 4 new tutoring students, and that the deal was sealed. I knew at that moment that I had made the right choice for me. Now that I'm fully booked, for me, fully booked looks different for everybody else. Now that I'm fully booked, I want to share my knowledge of how I got started tutoring with other teachers. It's always been a dream of mine to mentor other teachers, and now I can. If you're a teacher and you want to start a one-on-one tutoring business today, I have 2 coaching spots available. See the link in the description to apply.